What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. Congratulations to Katt Williams, who has bought a former Alabama military base for his new movie studio. So he is falling in line with 50 Cent and, of course, Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. I am so excited to see so many Black entertainers start their own businesses, studios, movie production companies. I'm here for all of it. So, Katt Williams' dream of being a movie mogul has taken him to Alabama, where the comedian purchased a former military base with the intention to launch a movie studio. His publicist, Amy Sovajek, says, "I can't disclose the amount or the exact location just yet, but I can confirm that he purchased a former military base in Alabama." While the comedian is mum about the property he just purchased, which is Fort McClellan's Cold War era barracks in Anniston, and that's been up for sale for $1.5 million as an asking price. That's actually pretty reasonable. I mean, Alabama is pretty affordable in and of itself, but 1.5 million, that's money well spent, in my opinion. So they are old Cold War barracks, locally known as the Starships. So that is on the market. And it surrounds property consisting of 30 concrete buildings with 3 million square feet of indoor space. There are 10 barracks with 20 rooms each, 2 large gymnasiums, and more than 90 acres of usable flat land on the old Fort McClellan site. Connie Anderson, who is the designated broker at the Lux Group, which represents the seller of the barracks, she said that the property was purchased through an LLC, but Katt Williams did visit the property frequently during the purchase phase. She says it's a visionary endeavor, and we're excited to see how this historic site evolves around and under his leadership. Efforts to reach the McClellan Development Authority, which is a nonprofit public corporation made to speed economic development of the former fort, was unsuccessful. Well, they're probably not happy. But I am. I'm very happy about his purchase. In an interview published by GQ on Wednesday, Williams said that he purchased the former Alabama military base sometime this year. The comedian's January appearance on Shannon Sharp's podcast, Club Shay Shay, holds the YouTube interview record with more than 83 million views. Williams put several entertainers, including Kevin Hart, Ricky Smiley, and Tyler Perry, on blast. In the GQ interview, Williams told GQ that he has ambitions of becoming a movie mogul like Tyler Perry. He says it's not fair to put all that pressure on Tyler Perry. He can only do so much. Williams was in Alabama earlier this year for stops on his Dark Matter tour, where he performed sets in Huntsville, Birmingham, and Mobile, Alabama. So congratulations to Katt Williams. I mean, I agree. I don't think that there's a lot of pressure on Tyler Perry. Listen, no shade to Tyler Perry, especially since we know from hearing about actors firsthand that he pays his actors very well. I think Tyler Perry, he has a market for his product, right? So he pretty much makes the same movie over and over again, which is variations of, I don't want to say stereotypical tropes, but he doesn't vary too far from, there's going to be like a family drama, relationship drama, bad wigs, gospel songs, just, it's the same. It's just like, listen, and I feel like he hit a lick and he continues to make money. So, I figure, or I'm sure he probably figures, if it's not broke, why fix it? But you know, I'm looking forward to having more entertainment choices, right? Like who's able to tell their stories and how are these stories brought to life through various media sources? Because what we don't want, and I don't want to say even like pressure with Tyler Perry, because Tyler Perry has the means, he's a billionaire now, and the resources to hire a writer's team. He just chooses not to, right? So he writes most of his, he started out with plays and then it became movies and TV shows. He directs most of them. He stars in several of them. Okay. All on the videos, dancing. No, I'm joking. No, no. With Katt, though, I feel like Katt is a different type of entertainer, right? He's a comedian. And he is someone who brings people up. He brings people with him, right? So when that whole controversy was going on with Monique, he invited her personally to join him on the Dark Matter tour. But he says, that he hires so many female comedians and he only hires people, he said, that are funnier than he is. But he does so where he'll take money and pay for people's stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, or pay for. I remember Miss Pat was just on Club Shay Shay's podcast, and she said that he paid for one of her loved ones' funeral. Like Katt is someone who's very generous behind the scenes. Now, again, I'm not knocking Tyler Perry because he's generous. He pays his actors very well. He helped out Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. He let them stay in his home in LA and even flew them on his private plane when essentially his father, Prince, or not King Charles now, took away their security, right? So I'm just excited to see, more of um, an intellectual aspect to comedy. I feel like that's what Katt brings. And there's a gap in the market for that, right? Tyler Perry has the struggle the struggle narrative down pat, right? The old school, like Kevin on Stage has the church market. 50 Cent, he's doing his thing. He's building his own studios up. He has the banger films, the action market. Oprah, although does she even still run Harpo and own studios? I don't think so. But those are her, her babies essentially. So she had like the talk show for forever, 50, 11 years, and then she transformed it into the own network. There's room, there's plenty of room, because we don't have, in my opinion, and this is what I tell authors that I work with too when I'm, doing editorial work and like developmental work and things like that. Characters need to be three-dimensional, right? And this is what I wish that Tyler Perry, that he would hire additional writers to help him make his characters and his movies and his films more nuanced. Not everything is black and white. Not everything is binary. There's good and then there's evil. There's a bad guy and a good guy. Most human beings, right? Life is messy. We fall in the middle, somewhere in between. I feel like Katt is someone who can bring that to the forefront. Just listening to his comedy, listening to what he was saying on the Club Shay Shay podcast, although he was out for blood, he said that. I just made a video about it where he said that he was essentially trying to ruin the careers of the comedians that he brought up. But I feel like if he wants to, that can be something that I don't feel like a lot of people bring to the forefront, right? They don't really humanize a lot of Black stories. It's very like one-dimensional, cut and dry. Whereas I would love to see layers. I would love to see nuance. I would love to see, just three-dimensional depth in our characters. and in our storytelling. So that's something I'm looking forward to because, yeah, no shade to Tyler Perry, but you can almost tell from the first, 10, 15 minutes of his film or TV show what the rest of it is going to be. It's very predictable. Um, Same with 50 Cent. I feel like, his characters, they don't really change. There's no character arc. Um, Oprah Winfrey as well. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, Cap will do that. I know he has the ability to do so. So I'm looking forward to it. But congratulations, to Katt Williams. And the fact that it's a former Alabama military base, like that's one thing that I will definitely give Tyler Perry his props for. He said that it was a Confederacy base that he bought in Georgia. And, he's like, these people were fighting to keep my ancestors and people who look like me essentially enslaved. And he's like, and now I own this. And so I'm sure that whoever reached out for the sellers and they were trying to contact them for a comment, they're probably a little still salty, especially now that, who just won the election. But the fact that Kat has bought this military base in Alabama is a huge win. I love that. I love that for him. And I'm looking forward to see what movies he's going to what he's going to bring to the forefront, because storytelling is such an amazing craft, and he definitely has a gift for it. It wasn't just about him trying to, drag his fellow comedians on the Club Shay Shay podcast. It held the attention of 83 million people. Like, you can't manipulate that. And Katt Williams also said that he's working on a podcast, which is great, right? Because it's wonderful to help, Shannon Sharp, but you want to build your own platform, right? So with that being said, you guys let me know your thoughts about Katt Williams buying this former Alabama military base for his new movie studio. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, aces. Bye.